Never wanted to just get drunk, smoke down. But the music of your night, so you feel the word from the sea. When you get in, you're dangerous, and it's dangerous how much I can love you.
Well, I've always wanted to do music since I was pretty young. You know, I used to sit in front of my mom, sit on the floor, while my mom would be sitting in a chair. And I was just really astonished just at that kind of captivity that you can capture an audience. I guess the way I get into it, when I was 6 years old, I wanted to learn how to play the drums. My parents wouldn't have any part of that, any kind of noise in the house. So I think I was maybe 8 or 9, and my mom bought me a recorder at a yard sale. And I just started playing that, learning, you know, show tunes off of TV stations, and just, so the recorder got old pretty quick, and I started playing the saxophone. And then the saxophone wasn't really a rocky instrument for me. So I went over to this used guitar shop, and eventually I just bought this black Strat that was just up on the wall. And I just walked out the door with it and managed to keep it out of my parents' view so that they didn't know I had it. And eventually my mom walked into my room and wondered what the noise was. I had wired my stereo that I bought from doing my paper route, delivering the Boston Globe. So I had rewired my stereo, plugged my guitar into the new guitar into the stereo, and my mom made me bring it back because she said, well, if you're going to learn how to play the guitar, we're going to make you learn how to play it right. We'll start with the acoustic guitar, then we move to electric. And so I said, well, if that's the route I have to take, then that's the route I have to take. I guess I'll do it. And people, you know, my friends and other people kept telling me, well, you got to have some way to make a living. You're never going to make any money, you know, doing music. You never really, you know, it's too hard to really go in that direction, and your chances are slim, and you never really know how good you are until you've already been there. So at that point I said, well, okay, when I graduate, I'm gonna record my 5 favorite, you know, songs that everybody thinks are my best songs, do the recording, get it pressed, and go on a trip and try to promote it.
Local law enforcer knocked on the window this morning. He says good morning, but there's no camping, no sleeping anywhere in Raglan. But you don't have to leave, don't have to leave, don't have to leave right now. Long walls every day, dropping in over my head, like a photo in surface spread. Watch the rocks I come up high, every time I pass you by. Every time I pass you by.
I guess I have 3 songs that I really like that, you know, I was sitting in my tent and kind of fooling around with different ideas and just writing about different experiences, which is usually the way things kind of evolve for me when I'm writing. Something that happens and I feel like I need to write it to get it out of me so that it's not kind of bothering me, is usually what happens. It's never really something that's really, oh, I'm so psyched about this that I want to tell everybody. It's like, well, I don't really need to tell anybody about anything I'm psyched about because I'm just I'm already there. I'm already happy. So it's when I come across something that really kind of gets me down, I try to get out of that area, and there isn't really anybody to tell, so I just kind of put it in a song, and it's my own personal thing. Well, with the song Raglan, it comes down to trying to make my budget last over a longer period of time, and finally I get to New Zealand and I figure out, well, I can just camp. I don't have to go and stay in the city and spend a lot of money on backpacker rooms and with other people. I can have my, I get my tent, perfectly happy, hanging out with all these other people who are staying in their tents, and all with our camp stoves and doing the whole thing and just out surfing for the whole rest of the day. Every time I pass you by. Taking a trip like that, you get a real motivation to see other things that are out there as well. So I've only seen a portion of the world, and before all of this, I had seen just the United States, and before even going to San Diego, I had only seen New England. So the more I see, the more I want to see, and it gets to a point where, well, what do I need to do to go to these other places? And my motivation and my interests in my life and what's important to me kind of moves in that direction of, well, I want to see more, and I want to meet other people and get away from these people who are just all about going to work every day and trying to get this, a better house, bigger house, fancier car, whatever, and just that gets old after a while for me.
Now all I wanna do is get drunk, smoke guns, got the middle of the line, so you color pharmacy. When I get amped, I'm dangerous, and it's dangerous how much I could love you. All you wanna do is get drunk, smoke guns, got the needle up the line, so you color pharmacy. When you get amped, you're dangerous, and it's dangerous how much I could love you. Yeah, it's dangerous how much I could love you.